Before starting this recording, I tried recording this video a couple of times, and no matter what, I just felt like it wasn't good enough. I felt like I just need to restart every single time. And something inside my mind was like, I don't think you sound good enough. I don't think that you conveyed the message correctly. I think you should just stop. Because I felt that I wasn't ready to record this video, which is pretty ironic because it's a video about starting when you're not ready. However, this feeling reminded me when I first started making videos, like 5 years ago. So actually, I go 6 years ago for this story. 6 years ago, I wanted to start making YouTube videos, and I was like, okay, this should be pretty easy. I watch a ton of YouTubers, so I know what to do. However, this little procrastinative thought I had was just like, well, yeah, you watch them, but you don't have the same skills or the same equipment as them, so you should just not try. And I took that to heart, so I just did not make videos. And I kept procrastinating on, okay, let me make a video. Nope, you can't make a video, you're not good enough. Then a year in, so this is 5 years ago from right now, I made two videos. I made two Minecraft Pocket Edition videos. I didn't have no microphone. I didn't have no face cam. I didn't have no music. It was just the gameplay. Now I see that video and it's a horrible video. I don't know why I even tried recording a Minecraft Pocket Edition video with no edition and just that. However, this little bad videos that I'm posting created a butterfly effect to where I am right now, because it gave me the courage that I know how to make videos and I know how to post a video. So, what I can give to you, if you feel like you want to start something, do something, or become something greater, is that you have to do the bare minimum consistently. So, whatever this goal is inside of your mind to start or do or become, there are a few baby steps to it. So let's have a little example. Let's do like, we want to build a very good physique, right? To build a very good physique, there's core actions that we have to do. We gotta lift weights, we gotta do cardio, we gotta eat a clean, protein-rich diet, and we gotta get enough sleep so we can recover, right? In those steps, in these core actions, there are smaller actions that we can do. Those are our baby steps. So for lifting, we have to go to the gym. We have to find exercises for specific muscles. We gotta do those exercises and evaluate if these exercises are fitting for us and we feel good doing them. We gotta keep training these exercises so we can have the proper form. And once we have the proper form, we can go to failure, like get close to failure for the most muscle growth. And there's some other steps, but let's just talk about those 5 steps. Now that we know the couple of steps that we go be doing, we gotta just do it every day, or for like a consistent basis. Like, you don't have to be every single day, but it should be most of your week until it becomes comfortable. So let's say that we go to the gym, right? We go to the gym 5 times a week. We go on YouTube, we search up some exercises for our biceps or just our arms in general, right? We try out these exercises. We realize that some of these don't really feel so good on our joints and they don't really have a good enough muscle activation when we do it. But then we move on to another exercise which has some good activation and it don't hurt your joints. And we keep doing this over and over until we just are naturals on doing this exercise. Or exercises, I should say. So after we get comfortable with the baby steps, we need to accelerate. Or in gym terms, we need to progressively overload. So the bare minimum is easy now. We gotta do it again. We gotta do the bare minimum, but harder and more efficiently. So continue with our gym example. Now that we know the exercises we're going to be doing, we can make a routine and then we can stick to that routine for however long we want to stick with that routine. At minimum, it should be like 2 weeks that you stick with a workout routine. We go add some stretching because stretching is pretty nice. Then after stretching, we just start lifting. And once we're lifting, we're going to find a weight where we can only do like 8 to 10 reps on whatever exercise that we're doing max. And once we get stronger, we're going to keep repeating that cycle over and over. These two first steps are pretty easy once you get into it. It's like when you're first starting out, it seems so threatening. But once you get into the flow, it's just like, so, oh, well, this is actually this is a breeze right here. The harder part is coming back to do the work over and over again, because motivation is nice, but when there is no motivation, what is there? You gotta be disciplined. We all gotta be disciplined when we're not motivated. The easiest way for me to be disciplined on these goals, or these goals and aspirations that I have, is to just find what's the most enjoyable part of the task that I need to do to achieve this goal. So for example, going to the gym, the most enjoyable part of going to the gym for me is moving these heavy ass weights, as Ronnie Coleman like to say. I like to pump too, so after I get done working, my muscles looking massive, looking big. So I take some post-workout pictures of them looking massive and big. And the last thing I really like to do, I really like to see, is my strength progress. Because when I first started, I was proud that I could move, a plate on a bench, but now I can do 2 plates for like 4 reps, and my PR is 235. We gotta get to 315 by the end of the year, isn't that right? Yes, sir. On the other side, though, there's a lot of people who do stuff, but they just find a ton of reasons not to come back to this thing that they know that they need to do. We are all guilty for this, when we're inside of school, we have a lot of reasons not to come back to school. However, school is a different thing from what we need to do to become greater. Because school is just, I'm not gonna lie, school is a waste of time after middle school. It's just the same thing over and over again. unless you're trying to go to college, which me, I don't know. I don't want to really do that. Anyways, when we're doing something, the best thing to remember is to not feel embarrassed or intimidated, or feel weaker or lesser than somebody who already been doing this for like years. Because if we compare ourselves to some people who've been doing this stuff for years, probably even decades, we're gonna feel pretty defeated. So we just have to start, and we gotta feel inspired by these people who have the things that we already want to have. Because everybody gotta start somewhere, and if nobody starts anywhere, then those people get left behind. So if you follow these steps, I guarantee you'll feel less afraid, feel more prepared, and feel more ready to start that thing that you want to start, to do that thing that you want to do, and to become that person that you want to become. Anyways, if you like this video, like and subscribe to this little channel, and have a nice day. Bye bye.